Good morning and welcome to my garden, my first ever garden tour. I am in Mesa, Arizona. It's zone 9B and today is October 13th. I was going to say 12th. It's not. Hopefully I can get this all recorded before my AC unit kicks on and is way too loud for anything. So here at the front, this used to be a mint. I don't know if it survived the hot summer. Probably didn't, but I'm waiting and seeing. That was an Italian oregano. It did not survive the summer. Right here along this trellis, I have my sweet pea flowers. Not food. Do not eat them. They're poison. But they will grow up this trellis here and cover up the ugly monstrosity that is my lovely AC unit there. And my dad's canoe and broken down whatever he has back there. So this area will be beautiful in a month or so. And it will smell divine, so we're excited for that. This is trash cans, chairs, soil. Stuff we don't need to look at because it's not pretty. Back here, that is pretty, but kind of crazy and wild, and I love it. I have 3 Mexican sunflowers back here. And they blew over in a windstorm a few months ago. And then just started growing along the ground and up, so they are kind of everywhere, even though they were only planted like right there. They own the side yard now. It's okay because it's not a pretty space back there, so they're making it pretty. As we come around here, we have a giant orange tree that is, I love it and I hate it. So yeah, it's big and beautiful and provides, but it's also big and massive and in the way. But I can't complain. Here we have my purple sweet potatoes, and they're climbing up a tomato cage, and they're being grown in a 20-gallon cloth bag. I've never grown sweet potatoes. I don't like sweet potatoes, but we're going to see if I like them homegrown. This pot is empty, just holding on to my tomato cages that I don't need right now. Down here, the front section is green beans, and the back section is yellow beans. And up just one row in the front, there's some radishes down here that are not doing super great. I've never really done well with radishes, so maybe we could get some, but I don't know. And then down here, intermixed with my green beans, there's some carrots that are starting to come up. And the idea was that once the green beans are done, the carrots will be ready to jump, so hopefully we get some good carrots. And then I have a volunteer onion here, and there's another volunteer onion back there behind some of the stuff. Some of my onions in the spring went to seed, and a couple of them actually started growing, so I thought that was pretty cool. These are some 18-day radishes that should be bulbing up soon because they've been in here about 2 weeks. But like I said, I kind of stink at growing radishes, so we will see what happens. Right here I have a Metallica and a Purple Rain tomato because my 7-year-old loves tomatoes, and so sorry, trash truck is here. My 7-year-old loves tomatoes. He's also got some celebrities at the back of this bed. It's a 4-foot wide by 12-foot long bed. So those tomatoes are for my 7-year-old and my 7-year-old only. Right here, these are my sugar snap peas. And then in this space between the tomatoes and the peas, I'll probably throw in some kohlrabi or something. I just pulled out some pepper plants today, so that's part of what motivated this video. I wanted to get shots of what I had before it's all gone, and then, yeah, ideas of whatever. These are banana peppers that I didn't plant. I bought seeds for a bunch of other peppers. I did not plant any banana pepper seeds, but one of my plants ended up being banana peppers. We are okay with that because banana peppers are good. Down here is my shishito, which is my favorite in the whole world. Finally producing some, but it didn't get very huge. And then in these baskets that I use again to keep the birds off, there's some kohlrabi. That's what it looks like when you cover it right away. This is what it looks like when you don't cover it right away. The birds get to it, but it has a tiny little leaf in the middle there, so we're gonna keep it covered and see what it's doing. I don't know if you can hear him in the background, but I can see him. There's the culprit right there. One of those birds ate my kohlrabi. And there's another one here and another one here that got eaten, but I have these up. These are ladder mesh from Home Depot from the masonry section, actually. And I'm going to put mesh over them, garden mesh, like that bed, to keep the birds and the butterflies off of my brassicas, because I love broccoli. So turn around from here. This is the flower bed again, over here on this side. Again, I have these ladder mesh up because I'm going to cover up my brassicas. We have getting pretty big over here already. Too big almost for the baskets. Romanesco cauliflower. And then these three are a traditional heading broccoli. Those three are a sprouting broccoli. And then down the middle are more kohlrabi, and that one on that side's another Romanesco cauliflower. And then that little pot right there behind them, that's chives that I didn't think survived, and then they did, so yay for me. This one has some sugar snap peas that I saved from seed from last year. And then I'll plant more of them on that side when I get there. That's my fake snake, supposed to scare away birds. He doesn't work. And some remaining basil hanging out. That pot was empty, and there's something growing in it now, and I don't know what it is. We'll find out. It had my flowers did it have? I don't remember if it was calendula or dahlia. It had more of those flowers in there. So we'll just have to see what comes out of there. That little 2x2 square bed back there has, you can see a little bit, some potatoes popping up. Just a couple of them right there. So happy for that. This is my green stalk and all of its not glory. It's mostly, I planted every pocket with green beans and not all of them grew. But some of them are starting to actually give me some little baby beans, so I might get a snack out of that. And then in the rain yesterday, I planted these, the second row, 4 pockets with some lettuce. And then last, I think Thursday, I planted the bottom tier completely with Alaskan nasturtium seeds. So they should come out and be a little bit bushy, but not super traily and obnoxious. On the other side, there's the potatoes again. This is a basil that's going insane. I couldn't tell you what type it is. It's either blue spice or licorice basil, I think. And then some random zinnias that will not die, which is fine because they're pretty and I like them. And it all busts out the other side of the fence, so it makes that side of the yard pretty. This is a tomato plant that I saved a sucker from my spring flowers. You probably can see it better from this side. I saved the sucker. It's not looking super happy down there at the bottom, but it's got some flowers. So we'll see what happens. I'm not sure what type it is. I'm hoping it's my Hungarian heart, but I don't think it is. This is some large leaf basil that's finally starting to go to seed. And I'll leave it because it smells good and I don't need the garden space. And then again, in the rain, I sprinkled some lettuce right there in the front of that. This is my one in-ground bed that's goes out to about here. So we'll see what happens. And then over here is my garbage pile. Just kidding, there's just a trash bag, but this is my unbroken down compost, and this is my finished compost that I've been working through, getting it spread on beds and stuff. So I've been putting the whole stuff in there while that is being dug out. This pot has my jicama. These flowers are absolutely gorgeous, but they are also poison, and they will produce a bean pod. Sorry, my AC kicked on. I might have to talk louder. They will produce a bean pod that is also poison, but the vegetable, I guess, the tuber, grows under the ground. And I checked, and it's like golf ball size right now, so I'm excited for that. And then on top of that, the top of my trellis for my jicama has been taken over by melons that are a menace, and they're beautiful, and I love them. These ones are kajari, and as you can see, there are several. This one got all funky blossom wrapped around it or something. There are several on there. And there's a different type of melon trying to grow onto the compost bin, but none of those ones got pollinated properly. This is another littler container of potatoes, and then on this side I have another container of potatoes, and I hadn't seen this one yet this morning. They all popped up, looking beautiful. Those ones are next to the 12-foot long bed, and they're covered up with a big basket because that's the only place I had to put the big basket right now. That pot was basil, and that's probably what that little seedling is. I didn't plant anything in here, but I might get some more basil. That's my lavender. I suck with lavender. My lavender's dead. This guy is a lime tree. I probably have the paper to see what kind. It is a Barres seedless lime tree. I'm excited for him to finally give me some fruits at some point. I have had him for about 1.5 years. Haven't gotten anything off of him because he's in a teeny tiny pot. And when I get to my next forever home, I will up-pot him and he will be beautiful. All right, back to the potatoes, jicama. This is my arch, my mailbox that I store all my stuff in. See, stuff, beautiful. This is my melon arch. It used to be an arch that went up and came down into this bed, but I changed it so now it goes up and is stuck up there. Woo, sorry, I almost dropped you. It's got a melon hanging up there, 9 feet in the air. And then a bunch of melons in here hiding behind all the leaves. I'll just move some stuff around. There's a kajari. Some of these are, actually all of these except for the kajari are seeds from a grocery store melons. So there's one down here that's yellow that's getting close, so get out of my way, you leaf. Big yellow one getting close down there. There's another kajari down there. There's a melon that got completely eaten out by lovely rats, if you can see that. Gross. Yeah, it's pokey in there, so I don't go in there too often to clean it up. There's another nice looking kajari. And another nice looking, I don't remember what it's called. The one that got eaten by rats in there is my one and only Picasso melon that actually formed, so thank you for that, rats. There's a bunch more of these ones on here. They're very similar to a cantaloupe, but they have an orange flesh in there. Like a cantaloupe, but crunchier. And they're beautiful vine all the way up there. My AC turned off, so look, it's quiet. And then opposite that, there's nothing in here yet, but I put up my netting so I can put a whole bunch of brassicas in here, mostly broccoli because I like broccoli. But then on the back side of that, this is a yellow bell pepper plant. That's another shishito that's, again, really small. And that one is a blot pepper, which I think is supposed to be similar to a bell pepper, but it hasn't fruited yet, so we will see what happens there and what it looks like and tastes like. Okay, coming off of there, there's a smaller orange tree, bush trained. I like it better as a bush because I can actually reach the whole thing, but that was here when we got here. That's my dad's. This is my failed corn. It's so not pretty. And then back there's like this grass stuff. I think that was like because I had a bird feeder back there, so it just grew a bunch of this grass. So this is a main spot that I need to get cleared out. I want to put in some potatoes, and then I have this cage thingy that's mesh on all sides but one, so the bottom is open. And I'll just put the potatoes on the dirt, cover them with a bunch of straw, and then put that over them and let them grow, so the birds and the rats and whatever else don't get to them. Yes, we have roof rats. It's disgusting. I hate them. This monstrosity is my beautiful asparagus. I don't even think I could get in there to show you what the bottom looks like. It's a scary jungle in there. This is another failed corn, but these corn actually might produce a couple. Most of them did not grow, and then this lantana that volunteered in that corner over there kind of just took over the whole space, and I am letting it because I love it and it's beautiful. So once those corns produce, if they are going to produce, then I'll pull them out, and that can have, a lantana can have that corner. And the asparagus are crazy, and there's a couple of dead sunflowers behind them because I can't reach them to pull them out. Yeah, it's beautiful. And then, oh, right here, I don't know what is wrong with these tomatoes, but for some reason, I planted 2 of these Arctic rose. They've been in there for like a month, and this one's in a pot. They both kind of look shrivelly. This one actually has 2 of them in the pot. I forgot about that. They look kind of shrivelly and not great, and they haven't really grown much, so I'm just leaving them to do their thing because I don't need the space right now. But eventually I'll probably pull this one out of the pot and put a broccoli or something in there. This is my oregano that didn't die. I need to come and, well, this part died, but I need to come back in here and chop a bunch of it down and dehydrate it, because I just used the rest of mine in the house for marinara sauce. Alright, so opposite that is my hot pepper bed. This is my only surviving cayenne pepper plant from the hot summer. My peppers didn't do super well, but some of them survived. But as you can see, there are probably at least 100, if not more, little jalapeno flowers, or not jalapeno, these are cayenne, purple cayenne flowers and peppers. I love them because they have a little purple flower and they have a little purple pepper. And they're so cute. And the bush is like teeny tiny and little, and I love it. And then here is a grande, I believe. Like my lovely labeling. I just stuck the cup that they were growing in out here. This is a grande jalapeno that I planted in the fall, probably beginning of September. And this is a grande jalapeno that I planted in March or April. So they do grow well. Like if stuff dies, I plant them in here and they grow okay into the fall, but it's better to have an established pepper plant that survived the summer, because right here, this is one jalapeno. It is a orange spice jalapeno. That one died. This stick has nothing on it. It's just there for moral support. This smaller one here is a pumpkin spice jalapeno. And then this over here is a big Craig's Grande jalapeno. And I like using tomato cages, but I like them best for peppers, not tomatoes. And we'll go over to the other side of the bed, to see what else is over there. I don't know if this is another plant or if it's just, nope, that's more branches off of that one. So that's all of this, sorry. Whoa, tripping over stuff. All of this huge giant plant is one orange spice jalapeno. And as you can see, there are tons and tons of little jalapenos on it. So that'll be fun for me. This is my Craig's Grande, and it's got some that hopefully get really big, but look at the pretty flowers too. They're so pretty. All right, I'm gonna walk around to the other side. All right, this is the other side of that hot pepper bed, but here, actually we'll do the hot peppers first. Here is a tomato plant of some sort. Hungarian heart. This was my favorite one through the springtime, but this one being like that one in the back, where the leaves are just not loving it. So I'm leaving it there, see what happens. It's not because it's cold, because it has not yet gotten cold. It's like 85 right now, and it's the coolest it's been probably all year. But this is a pepper that I planted this fall. Let's see. Grande. This one and this one are the same variety. Craig's Grande jalapeno. This one must have gotten shaded out by the big guys, because he's kind of little and puny, but that's all right. I don't need the space. He can live there. This one's going to actually fruit for me, some Grande jalapenos. And then this is the other side of the... Oh, no, this isn't. This is a separate one. That's an Anaheim. Got some pretty peppers on there. Don't be surprised if I sound surprised at what I find. I haven't got out here in a while. This guy is a poblano pepper. I didn't start him from seed. When I first planted my garden in March, rats came and ate a bunch of my plants that I put into this bed. So I had to buy a few because I didn't quite have enough. But look at all of these poblanos. If anyone has any ideas of what to do with poblanos, let me know, because I have no idea. But there's lots of them on there. I know you can stuff them, but I'm not a huge fan of stuffed peppers. I don't know. I'll probably make them into a sauce or something. Enchilada sauce or something delicious. But yeah, this is the spicy pepper bed. And with my little eagle there protecting things, even though he doesn't really do anything because the birds don't care. This side is more of a sweet pepper bed. Take a step back and you can see the whole bed. And again, it's a bunch of massive plants and they're all intertwined and I don't know what's what. Back there is an established Anaheim. I think this bed did well throughout the summer because it was shaded by the big massive orange tree that is my love-hate relationship. So that is an Anaheim, and I believe this is also an Anaheim. There's two of them. They've got some peppers on them. And they're all, I didn't trim them in the fall like I should have, so they're all kind of heavy laden and fallen over. And this is my way of supporting them. I have some strings and up on my sunshade support. I threw string over. This is there's a big gym in here, and there's an Ajvarsky in here, and I don't know which one is which because they are all intertwined and having fun and loving life. But there's lots of peppers on here. Come down here. There's one that's turning red. I picked a few of them that were turning red, but not a ton already yet. There's just a ton growing. So I love it here in my wonderful little pepperland. Since I don't know what they are. See, that one's even completely different. I'm wondering what that is now. Oh, that says Lesia. I didn't think my Lesia plant lived. That makes me happy. So those are like a little bell. But with all of the ones that I don't know exactly what they are. Oh, there's some in here ready to harvest later. I'll come back in here and get those later. But the red ones, they're so pretty. Anyway, with the ones that I'm not sure what they are, and with this plant over here, which is Pippin's Golden Honey, which they're all right, but they're not amazing. I'm just going to dehydrate them all and make some paprika powder. This one here that's tall and skinny and growing up the pole, and I tied it on here so it wouldn't break. These are nata pino, and if you like jalapeno but you don't want the spice, these are absolutely amazing. I could just like pick them and snack on them. They're so good. So hoping to get a lot more off of this little plant because he didn't do super well all summer, but he survived. And down here I have a pot of ginger. Sorry about the shadow. It's getting sunny out here even though it's supposed to rain. That's a pot of nothing. It had, what did it have in there? Chamomile. It died. That's peppermint that's actually coming back. It survived. So we're happy about that. And this is the back side of that big bed. My celebrity tomatoes, and my peas. And hopefully they don't fight too much as they grow, but we'll see. I'm not against pulling something out if it's keeping the space of something that I want more, but as of right now, they're not hurting each other. This is my Jerusalem artichoke. It grew really tall, but it never flowered. And then it died because it got too hot, so I just chopped them all off, and now it has some new growth growing on it, and I'm not sad about that at all. Get this cage out of my way. And then we have the backside of my sweet potatoes. So that's my garden as of October 13th. Next thing I'll be doing is putting up mesh and planting some more brassicas and trying to figure out what to do behind these tomatoes here. So I hope you enjoyed the video, and I'll see you next time.